What is up, guys? This is Olympio coming at you with a bit of a different Herald of Perfection deck profile today, and this one is the Ritual Weapon deck profile. So this is one that I've been playing around with a little bit. I've always toyed with the idea, but this is just more of like a fun variant that you can do, and it's really funny when you actually get Ritual Weapon out equipped to a Herald, because it's actually really difficult to get over. But without further ado, we'll go into it. So for this one, we have the 3 Herald of Perfection. You don't run Herald of Ultimateness in this, because obviously you can't equip it to... You can't equip Ritual Weapon to it because it has to be level 6 or lower. But this is better because you have this and it's just absolutely incredible. Herald of Perfection is one of my favourite monsters, as we all know, and yeah, it's just too good. So you run 3 of them. Then you run 1 Saphira. Saphira's here just because, you know, it's a really good card, and equipped with Ritual Weapon, it's really nice because it goes up to a very beefy 4,000 attack and 3,900 defense. So yeah, absolutely great card. Going into it, we have 3 Manju. If this gets hit in the April ban list, I'm going to be so angry. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure you'll see my rage quit. But yeah, so Manju, you know, it's standard. You have to run it because it's your main searcher. Then we run the 3 Megami. These are here because obviously, you know, you need it for ARA. Pretty standard one with that. Then, still rocking the Spirit Engine, we have 3 Aratama here because it's your main searcher for, you know, pluses and great Herald of Perfection fodder. Then we have Nikotama as a run of 3 as well. Your best normal summon and XYZ play all come from this. So absolutely solid card. 2 Izami, this is here because you can do a little loop with Nikotama where you discard it, add it, draw, you know, because this effect kicks in and all that. So really nice, especially when you have Herald of Perfection on board, because you can just summon this, discard Nikotama, get something back, or Nikotama again, and then draw off Nikotama, and then you add this to your hand. So you basically get a free fairy. Well, you get a free draw from it basically, but hopefully it's another fairy. The 1 Yaksha, because this card's great, it's just great for bouncing any back row back that you don't like. So really solid, and a 1/9 is really nice. And then finally Ryatsu for the spirits, because I really love this card. I always side another one if I need it, because it's great to send Dante's back, great to send the Kloss back, everything like that. So really solid card, and it helps you get out of the Djinn loop. Then going on to the Christias, we have 2. Only running 2 in this one simply because, you know, the main objection of the deck is to get the Ritual Weapon and start punching with Saphira or Herald of Perfection, but Herald of Perfection is the one that you want to punch with hardest. So only the 2 Christia just because of space issues, but, you know, still an incredible card. You get this and Herald out and it's just too good. 2 Honest, it just goes without saying, the Saphira loop with this, and, you know, you mainly run everything that's light, so it's just a really solid card. And so glad this went to 2 on the list. If it goes to 3, that'll be crazy, but I have to get another Ghost. 1 Metaion, still rocking this. This is one of the big MVPs of the deck because it just catches so many people off guard and they don't know what to do against it. And you can just happily swing and not take any damage and then just spin everything. So it's a really solid card, really important thing to have, especially in this format. 3 Preparational Rites. Again, if this gets hit, I'll also be very angry. Preparation Rites is obviously just great for the different plays that you can do. If you open up this like a Manju and a Herald or Advanced Ritual Art, it's just so good because you can end up with a Herald of Perfection and a Saphira on board, and it's just so nice as well because you can do Larval Play Chains, so you go Nikotama or a Spirit. Larval Chain sends the ARA to grave and then activate this to make a live play. So yeah, Preparation Rites is very heart and soul of this deck and important for your main plays and combos. We have 3 Upstart then. This is here because we want to get to our combo pieces as quickly as possible. It's a combo-oriented deck, so you want to get there as quickly as possible, as I said. 2 Advanced Ritual Art. This should really be at 3, but, you know, I'm still waiting for the day that it does happen. But nevertheless, 3 Advanced Ritual Art. It's just a great card. You need it, and that's the way you summon out your monsters. Then here we go. We have the 2 Ritual Weapon. Now the nice super that came out in Secret Forces. So the card looks absolutely great. And if you don't know what it does, it's an equip spell, and it says equip only to a level 6 or lower ritual monster. It gains 1,500 attack and defense. So as you can see, it will make them pretty beastie. Your 2 targets are these 2 bad boys, as you would have guessed. And it makes Herald of Perfection very beefy, and it makes its defense crazy, and the same with Saphira. So it's just really nice to kind of combo with this. It's very difficult for your opponent to normally get over this as well, because you can also bait out the MST with any ritual weapons. So if you don't know what the back row is, you can always like set this or anything like that, because you'll be able to see what I run next. But being able to set these is also nice because it makes you bluff the any things like the vanities or also the royal decrees. So it's also nice just to kind of bait them out. But the reason why you set them is because we have this 2 hidden armory. Now I don't run 3 because it just clogs too much, and the exact same with ritual weapon. You don't want to see it too often. You want to be able to search it more than anything. I was tempted to cut ritual weapon down to 1, sorry, because you can always search it with hidden armory. If it gets MST'd or you don't see it, you can just see it with the hidden armory. I have 3 targets for hidden armory. You'll see the other one in a sec. And it's just an overall great card. Sometimes you can get lucky and maybe mill the ARA with this, and then you can do the preparation of rights play. But you know, you don't really want to rely on that combo because it just doesn't happen all that often. And even if it does happen, it just means you're a luck sack, and you know, it just works out in your favor. But yeah, so it's very important to have them because you can also search out your Snatch Steal. And Snatch Steal is just one of the best cards in the game right now. It's just totally unfair. So yeah, Snatch Steal is a great card. Works very well with the others. Raigeki to remove any problem monsters. You know, if you're Djinn locked and hopefully they don't have like a Trish, you can Raigeki it off the field and then make your plays. But just in general, Raigeki is great because if you're kind of on a lockdown with your opponent, you've maybe got Herald of Perfection, you can't get over it with any of your monsters, just Raigeki your opponent's field and it's just incredible. And then finally, the 1 day a piece. This is just for a little bit of extra searching and also protection, with obviously the fact that you don't take any damage. So real solid card, works perfectly under Herald of Perfection. And it's a card that just combos well in general with the deck. So going on to the extra deck, we have Larval Chain. Also note that I don't play Soul Charge in this version, simply because it's just such a dead draw at times, and I'm finding myself not needing it very often, so that's why I don't run it. So yeah, the 1 Larval Chain, because obviously you want to make the preparation of rights plays. The 1 Exeter Knight, these are just very standard level 4s, or rank 4s, sorry. The 1 Diamond Direwolf, I've got this in here just to stop any problem cards, to be honest. So, you know, you might have some horrible things on the field, like monsters that you just want to get rid of, or maybe try and make some plays to push over with the Herald of Perfection if you do have the ritual weapon attached to it. So going into the Direwolf just to remove it and swing for mass damage is also really nice. The 1 Daigusto Emerald, just to recycle your Megamis back into the deck if you unfortunately draw them. So a very important card. And also the 1 extra draw is nice. The Silent Honor Arc is also here simply because just for monster removal if you don't like something that's on the field. Take it. The 1 Omega, this is here because you can make it quite easily, and you can bait out back row with this, so it's just quite nice. It kind of gives you a safer amount of plays if you don't want to summon the rituals straight away. The 1 Paladynamo, just for mass damage as well, and it's also nice to draw cards. The 1 Rhapsody to get rid of those breakthrough skills engraved because they are a problem. The 1 Cargon, just to stop any breakthrough skill plays that they might do. They target your Herald of Perfection, you have this out, you chain to target this, so it just means your Herald of Perfections are still live. 1 Castell, just to spin anything back. It's a great card, this format. 1 Gaga Cowboy, shooting for game is always nice, and sometimes you can use its first effect to reduce the attack. The 1 Abyss Dweller, stop things like Necloths, or to stop things like, BA, Mermels, everything like that. Still a great card. 1 Crazy Box, in case you get skill drained, it's just nice to have, just in case. It's always a interesting card to go into. And then finally the 1 Fairy Cheer Girl, simply because you run fairies and you want to be able to get an extra draw. So that is it. The deck profile was only very quick. I say very quick, it's like 9 minutes, but nevertheless. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. It's really working out quite well. And as I said, it's just a bit of a fun variant because, there are so many things you can do with Herald of Perfection. It's just really nice. Success rate is kind of on the same par as the other Herald of Perfections, but maybe a little bit less because you do have to run things like, as I said, the ritual weapon and also the hidden armory. So there's an extra 4 cards that you have to run basically for this. So it does mean that you've cut down on other things like, your extra Christia, and just in general other cards that might be able to help you in a certain situation. So it means that you do have to cut out your vanities and such, but You can put them back in maybe siding, or it just kind of depends how you want to run the deck. But as I said, this is the version that I'm just profiling, and that's how it runs. So that is it, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I'm trying to do a couple more Herald of Perfection deck profiles just in case it gets hit in April, so you can just see the different variants that I've always liked. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the deck. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.